Hey guys, it's the Ace, and welcome to another tier list. This one is the 2000s album tier list. And here are all the album covers that are presented. This time they're going to be ranked on a score of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst, obviously. And I also added another category to this one, the haven't listened to tier, because there are a good amount of them that I actually have not listened to. And since this is a 2000s tier list, I decided to, put on a shirt that I know is from 2000s and stuff. A little keychain. I don't have like a Von Doe hat or anything like that, but I don't know. The 2000s is probably my favorite decade. I mean, it's the only decade I grew up in. It was a very, very interesting decade. 2010s was also a very interesting decade, but in terms of like technology and stuff, then the 2000s was kind of like the point where we went from the like analog to the more digital media. I mean, hell, cassettes and VHS tapes were still sold throughout most of the 2000s until about really the late 2000s is when they switched to complete digital. And I'm saying this in terms of music because in music, it's around the early 2000s when they stopped mass producing songs on cassette tape, but you could still buy it on a cassette version of it in the 2000s. And a lot, especially in a lot of resale markets, that's what everyone used was cassette tapes. Hell, you can still buy cassette tapes of music today. They're making somewhat of a comeback. Same thing with a very common format, CDs. I have plenty of CDs on my music stand over there. It's actually more of a media stand. And because of that, there's all these album covers right here. Now, a good amount of them I do not know, or I haven't really listened to them enough to really accurately judge them. So without further ado, I am going to pick out all the albums I actually have not listened to, or at least never heard one song from. So I'll be right back. Yeah, there's quite a good amount of songs on here, probably about 40% on these albums I have either seen and probably listened to, but I don't know enough about them. Now, some of them I've listened to or listened to parts of songs of. Like, I haven't remembered all these freaking Nickelback ones or the Paramore ones. I've probably listened to a good amount of them, and I view them pretty much all at the same level of albums. View them about the same level, so I'm just usually just going to lump them all together as one. That looks good for right about now, so now let's just begin with, alright, we're going to start off with Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown. I thought it was decent. Give it a 7 out of 10. Why not? That one had 21 Guns in it. I know that one. That was pretty good. Heartless from Kanye West. I just thought it was a mediocre album. So how I'm doing this is 10 is like really good, 5 is about mediocre, and 1 is terrible. I'm not doing like getting a 5 out of 10 is like bad. That's actually just average. Ooh, Rush of Blood to the Head. That is probably my favorite album, like as a full set of album. I would give that one actually a 10 out of 10. That's probably my favorite one out there. This whole list, that's probably my favorite, only rivaled by another one entry. I think that one's Hysteria by Muse. Thought that one was good. I'm going to put it in the same level as Green Day. Nickelback. Okay. Here's the thing about Nickelback. I don't get why it's so hated. Yes, music's not that great. But it's not awful either. Like, I've listened to a few of their songs. They're not terrible. They're not nowhere near good. So, for this album I definitely do know. I want to rate it. This one I'm actually going to rate higher because it has better songs than that one. But for the other Nickelback albums, I'm just going to put it at a 3 out of 10. Actually, I'm being too harsh. I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10. Still below average. Paramore. I'm just going to give that any Paramore. I'm just going to give 5 out of 10. So I thought it was just, I think they're just a mediocre band. Green Day, American Idiot. I really like this album. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. As a full album itself, as a narrative and a story, I really like it. I actually seen the musical adaptation of this. It's actually really fucking good. And I think the album is really fucking great as well. Now, it doesn't have my favorite songs. That would probably be Welcome to Paradise, Longview. Those on the those two are on Dookie. Well, technically, Welcome to Paradise came on Kerplunk, but it was re-recorded. So, by my favorite songs, it is on Dookie, but my favorite album as a whole is probably American Idiot. Ooh, Black Holes and Revelations by Muse. It's only like one song on that album I don't care for, and that's like Soldier's Poem or something. Yeah, I really just didn't care for that song, but every other song on it is pretty fucking great. The Middle, or at least the song with the Middle by Jimmy Eat World. I thought it was meh. Well, since I think this is more of a meh category, I'm going to put these up higher. So now they're 8 out of 10s. Blink-182. Okay. How do people defend this fucking atrocious band? This is something I genuinely don't get. I don't know why people defend this atrocious band. They're definitely a 3 out of 10 for me. I despise Blink-182. All it sounds like is there's a guy whining into his microphone as the guitar plays either too fast or too slow, and the bass goes too slow or too fast, and the drummer has a bitch and a half just trying to fucking get them together in one cohesive unit. I fucking hate Blink-182. But they're not the worst. They're not the worst one I think on the list. Kelly Clarkson. I'll give you a 6 out of 10. I think that one's like Breakaway or something, which I liked. It's not a bad album. It's not great. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, same thing here. I can't remember which album that is. I'm just going to put it in the middle ground. I think they're a middle brand. Californication's obviously the best one. Cage the Elephant. Ooh. Middle tier as well. Hey, get back there. Middle tier as well. The order of them doesn't really matter. They're all really the same. I didn't care much for Cage the Elephant. They're not bad. It's just meh. Chinese Democracy. I thought it was okay. It's Guns N' Roses. It's meh of music. Beyonce. I can't remember which album this is, so unfortunately I have to put that there. Daughtry. Fuck, I can't remember. I like Daughtry, so I'm just going to give them a 6 out of 10. I like their band. The Killers. Killers for me are always a 6. This one's a 7 out of 10, but their albums are about roughly the same. They're not bad, but could be better. Okay, Metallica. I can't remember which album that is. It's Metallica. They're mediocre in my opinion. They're still way better than Blink-182. This one girl, I was wearing a Metallica t-shirt. This one girl was wearing a Blink-182 t-shirt. She wanted to talk smack about Metallica and stuff. I'm like, oh, bitch, please. Blink-182 can't even keep a fucking tempo properly. The only song from Blink-182, there is one song I like, and that's What's My Age Again? And that's because the singer decides to drop this really whiny tone in his voice and actually sing, and he's not bad at singing. AFI, A Fire Inside. God, that's the one with Miss Murderer on it. That's actually, I really like that one. The band itself is just mediocre too. As you can tell, I mean, it's either really I liked it or they're all mediocre. Or I despise them. Demon Days. Yeah, Demon Days. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 on. It's mostly good. Daft Punk. I think this one's Discovery. Yeah, I think this one's Discovery. I actually like that one, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Eminem. Encore. It's Eminem. I like the Slim Shady LP. Evanescence. Yeah, go with your AFI and shit. Taylor Swift Fearless. I actually didn't mind that one. I actually didn't mind Taylor Swift. Thought it was just, thought she was just average. I mean, this was before she got bad. But even then, some of her songs aren't that bad. Franz Ferdinand. I think that one's above average. I liked it. Fall Out Boy. This and there's another album on here. Here it is. I viewed these two about the same. They're not bad. They're a little above average. I liked them more than about some of these albums. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, I like Justin Timberlake. Rihanna. I give her a 5 out of 10. I'm not the biggest fan of Rihanna. I don't hate her. Ooh, this one has a 19-2000 on it. It's not bad. Probably put it on par with Demon Days. Weezer. I like this one. I liked it. I'm gonna give it a. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. I actually really like this album. That was pretty good. System of a Down. Oh man, this is some good shit. I really like a lot of their albums. Okay. Toxicity is probably my favorite at 9 out of 10. I really love that album. The other ones I thought were pretty good too. So I'm going to put all the other ones at like a 8 out of 10. My favorite one is Toxicity. I can't tell you. This is also another issue with this album. I can't tell what some of the pictures are, so I can't tell you what album it is or where it's from. Like this one, I don't know what that is. Like, it looks familiar, but I can't tell. And there's a couple albums here that look familiar, but I don't remember enough about. Like this one right here or this one right here. They look familiar, but I just don't remember enough about them. Okay, after moving a couple more that I just can't tell what they are. We got Avril Lavigne, Let Go or something. Why you got to be so complicated? It's only a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's not that complicated. God, I can't see again. I can't tell you what this is because I can't really zoom in that far. And if I zoom in, it's all fucking blurry. I think that's Miley Cyrus or something. I don't fucking remember. Ooh, Nelly Furtado. I liked her. I like her. Ooh, Kid Cudi. I actually like this one. I'm gonna put that one a 7 out of 10. I really liked Kid Cudi. Linkin Park again. I can't remember that one. Can't remember the name of that one. I'm just gonna put you in the same spot as well. Ooh, All American Rejects. Move Along. This one had the song Move Along. I really love that album. I'm gonna give that one an 8. Justin Bieber. Yeah, you're a 5 out of 10 in my opinion. You're not awful, but actually, you know what? 4 out of 10. I don't really care much for you, Justin Bieber. Modern Justin Bieber, I don't mind. Okay. Early Justin Bieber, like with Baby and Boyfriend or shit like that, I didn't care for. But modern Justin Bieber, I think has made a comeback, and I actually like some of his songs, like Love Yourself, Stay. Despacito wasn't actually that bad. He really came around. He really more or less grew up and became I think a decent musician. Ooh, Sex. This one's Only by Night. I absolutely love that album. Like its entirety. I love every song on that album. Same thing with American Idiot and Russian Blood to the Head. The other two I had either one or two songs I didn't care for. But the other ones, that's what determines a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. Every song on the album I love versus ones that I don't love, but other ones that balance it out. Like this one's only weighed down by like one song. This one's only weighed down by like a couple ones that I don't care about. It's not that they're bad, it's just I don't care for them. Ooh, MGMT. That one was good. It was in a good category. I'm going to put it there. Parachutes. This first album by Coldplay. Was the Coldplay's first album. I thought it's decent. Yellow was good. Parachutes wasn't bad. The song. The album itself wasn't bad either. then they really stepped up with Rush of Blood to the Head. Another Eminem. It's Eminem. I'm just gonna throw him with the other. God, I feel like I should know this album, but I don't. That one's The Offspring, and I like The Offspring, so I'm just gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I like it. It's not anything great. Oh, that's the Strokes. See, I can barely read this. Ooh, the Strokes. I like these guys. I'm gonna put them at 7 out of 10. Ooh, Songs About Jane. This one's a 9 out of 10 because there's only like a couple songs that I don't care for. Like Sweetest Goodbye, like the last 2 songs I don't care much for. But everything else is I really love. Ooh, another Avril Lavigne. I'm gonna put that one on par. Oh, now we get to my least favorite band out of all of them. My Chemical Romance. God, I hate this band so much. But there's only one reason I'm not putting them at a 1 out of 10. That is because there is a band that is not listed on this site. That is Senses Failed. Which I think I actually have another ranking list. I'll just put together with this video. The only reason I respect My Chemical Romance is that because My Chemical Romance and Senses Fail actually played together in a basement when they started out. It was actually pretty cool. I learned that when I went to one of their concerts. Senses Fail concert. God, no, I would never go to an MCR concert because I do not like MCR. So let me find the other one. There it is. I despise MCR. Okay, Black Eyed Peas. This one wasn't bad. I'll probably just put it there. Lady Gaga. Oh, let's put that one as a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, it's not great. Muse. Another solid album. I like Black Hole and Revelations more. I have no idea what that is. Another Avril Lavigne. I'm gonna put that one as 6 out of 10. Vampire Weekend. That one had A-Punk and Oxford Comma, so that one wasn't bad either. Alright. 2 more Coldplays, but after this Green Day that I'm gonna put up with the other Green Days. Alright, Viva La Vida. I'm gonna put that with. I'm gonna put these 2 right there. So yes, this is my 2000s album tier list. And since I don't want to know what other people thought about this, I am only going to show you mine. So here's the slow scroll. Yeah, as you can tell, looks like a majority of the songs are in the haven't listened to. But it's really more haven't listened to / I can't read what the fuck this is. Like, I can't tell you what this album or that album is, and I recognize those 2 pictures, but I can't tell you what they are. And some of these I can't read. I just can't read and tell you what album they are. So, yeah, that's why there's so many on this list in the don't know list. Alright, now I'm going to switch gears to the Senses Fail discography tier list. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Senses Fail albums. Some of them are LP. So I'm going to try to go in order of when they came out. Alright, so I want to rank them right now. So the first one, the LP. I thought this one was good. That one had Steven and 187 Free Fall Without a Parachute. That was good. Let It Enfold You. This one's the classic from this one and this one. Now, since Still Searching is my favorite album by Senses Failed. Well, second, only close to their more modern one that they're going to release soon. This one, Life's Not a Waiting Room. I'm going to give that one an 8 because I also like that one. Now we get into the more mediocre ones of this one. I think this one's Pull the Thorns Out of Your Heart. Or maybe that was that one. No, this one's The Great Fire. Sorry, I'm getting some of these backwards because this one I'm going to put down here because I haven't really listened to it. This one's Renacer, whatever it is. Pull the thorns out of your heart. I'll actually put it C. Now we get into the actually fucking phenomenal one. This did a massive come around. After Still Searching and Life's Waiting Room, they kind of like went downhill, but then they really came back with this. And I'm gonna put these two they're kind of like remakes essentially. I use that term so lightly of some of their older songs. They're actually not bad for the most part. So yeah, that was my really quick Census Fail one because I was a little sad that they're never really mentioned because they're one of my favorite bands I've ever watched. I mean, I went to their concerts. I went to 2 of their concerts, one in Dayton, Detroit, and the other one in Cincinnati. And I love them every time I saw them. And they're actually coming out a new album. It's like Hell Is in Your Head or something, which I think is supposed to be a continuation of Still Searching, which I'm really interested to listen to it. So there you guys, I hope you enjoyed this much shorter video of me ranking the albums. This was something I just saw on the tier list and I knew I had to do it because 2000s was one of my favorite decades, probably the favorite decade when I grew up in. And I liked a lot of the music that came out during that time. So therefore, what logical conclusion to do this and the other tier list. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video or if you agree with me, drop a like. I always appreciate it. Anyways, guys, how about do it for this? See ya.